Hiya, it's Dan Osman here from UK Moneyman, and here today to talk about using pensions for proving affordability for a mortgage, for buying a house, and how that works. So more and more we're getting people coming and approaching us as first-time buyers in their 70s who have been renting for the long term, either because they've been living abroad and come back here, or they've just been long-term renters. What quite often happens is that people get noticed to quit by a landlord and start to think and say, well, okay, this is something that we've dealt with for all our lives, and now we're getting older. We want some bit more security, a bit more stability. And the concern that most people come to us with is that they don't have a work income, an earned income, that they're living on pension income, and they're worried that that isn't enough to give them a mortgage. There are lots and lots of lenders out there who are happy to take just pension income to support a mortgage. They treat it in much the same way as an earned income would be. And a lot of them take it on the basis that actually they're happier with that because it's less risky than a work income where you can be made redundant, the firm collapses or whatever. So yes, there's plenty of lenders out there who would look at pension income for mortgages. The important things to bear in mind when you speak to an advisor is that they will want to know if you've got pensions beyond the state pension, what your spouse benefit arrangements are. So if you're borrowing as a couple, this is really important because a lender will want to know that both of you can afford the mortgage even if something happens to one of you. Okay, so what's important to know is that if you have say a teacher's pension or a council pension, something like that, what would go to your spouse if you were to die? Because we can use that then to support their income in retirement and to prove the affordability to the lender. Now, one of the things to bear in mind also is that if your pension income isn't enough for conventional lending, it doesn't mean that you can't get a mortgage. There's a product out there called a lifetime mortgage. Now, it's a sort of equity release, but it's become a lot more developed lately. The lifetime mortgage is based on your age and the value of the property. The lender will lend you an amount of money based on those two bits of information. And they're not so concerned about your income because they know that they're going to get their money back through the sale of the property after your death. Now, we as advisors will go through your income with you because we want to make sure that it's a product, it's a plan that's going to be applicable for you, that's going to not put you in a worse situation than you are now, and that it's going to be something that's sustainable for you for the long term. But there are lots of options out there for you. Gather together your information, get your latest pension awards. If you're getting a work pension but you're not getting your state pension yet, you can get a forecast from the government website, and we'll pop a link in the description below where you can access a forecast of your state pension, get all of that information together, and then your advisor will be able to look at your options, give you a spread of solutions and work with you to find out the one that's going to suit you best.